Hey guys, welcome. Today's workout is a strength-based activity. So what we're going to do, we're going to just slow it right the way down. We've had a couple of pretty high intensity or capacity type sessions and power sessions this week. So today we're going to slow it back right the way down. So we're going to focus pretty much like on a back routine, and let's call it a chest routine for lack of better words. So not old school bodybuilding style, but similar, but we're going to use a few different pieces of equipment. Now, the way the routine works, it's going to simply break them up into two components. So we're going to run the first one for around 14-15 minutes, and you're just going to do it like an AMRAP. So you can do not as many rounds as possible, but you're just going to go for the period of time. So I'm not going to say I want X sets of X. I just simply want to tell you just to go through the motions. So we'll have in front of us one pair of heavier dumbbells, one pair of lighter dumbbells. The mat, obviously, just to have our back on the floor. We're going to use one kettlebell. We've got a tire situated over here just simply for a decline position for our push-ups in the second set. And then we've got one band over here that's anchored to the strongman yoke. So round number one, or routine one, let's call it that, there is we're going to build focus on our back. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to start with just sets of 6, nothing more than that, but I want really slow tempo. So first exercise is a bent row. You have two choices. You can do it single hand or you can do it double. So for the single hand row, we're going to simply use the heavy dumbbell. We're going to bring the heavy dumbbell over. It's up to you how you wish to position. I like to come right the way down in my bent row to keep my arm in contact. So that way then I'm really down in that position. It also engages my hammies and my glutes a little bit. And I'm simply going to go from here, single hand. I'm simply going to go up and row and put it back down. So if I'm going for a double, I'm then obviously going to bring the dumbbells here a little tiny bit. I'm going to sit, pick them up. They're going to come just in front of my feet at 45 degrees. I'm sitting right the way down. I'm now fully engaged. My back is extremely flat. Squeeze through my shoulder blades. 1, 2. Now, this is quite a taxing position. There is a name for this. I completely forget. But basically, it's a bent row, but I'm right the way over. I'm right the way flat. So I'm really having to squeeze through my lats to get this up. Again, just a set of 6, just like you're seeing, 3 to 4 seconds up, 3 to 4 seconds down, really, really slow. From there, we're going to move onto the band, and we're going to do like a reverse fly using the band. It's going to hit upper part of our back, mainly triceps and our anterior or outside of our shoulders or our delts. So I'm just going to simply take the band. I've got it anchored. Again, I want to be in that bent position. Stick the bum out, engage the glutes, the hamstrings, turn the core on, squeeze, and from here, I'm going to simply, like I was doing my fly, but I'm keeping it in a hammer position. I'm going to simply pull, and I'm really going to come up and out nice and slow. I'm going to feel it right through the upper part of my back, and more importantly through my shoulder and my tricep. So it's like me doing my reverse flies, but with the band, I'm keeping the hammer position. That's exercise number 2. Exercise 3, kettlebell snatches. If you want to change that, then we're going to go into what's called a lateral snatch, meaning that the snatch will start on the opposite side of my body, and as I pull and swing it through, I'm going to spin through and position, so much like a golfer would on their swing. So I'm going to start with the kettlebell, my right hand, and simply I'm going to come across as I swing. So it's a cross body and a rotation. So I've got to use my core, and I'm using the swing through my torso to put it up. Again, right side, left side. Final movement for this routine is the kettlebell, what we call a windmill. So we're going to start, I like to stand with my legs fairly decent wide apart. Kettlebell is going to come to an overhead position. Get your kettlebell up, open hand grip, knife hand as we call it. I'm going to keep an eye on the kettlebell. I'm going to take this other hand, I'm going to tip at the torso, I'm going to stretch down and tuck. Option 2, if that is not good for you, you don't have the core strength, simply just tip it like I'm a little teapot to where you're in control and back up. Also try this with a lot lighter kettlebell or even with no kettlebell, just your shoe if you have to for the first routine. Again, you're going to complete that routine just ongoing 6 reps, nice and easy, nice and cruisy, not talking about jacking the heart rate, but slow and controlled for that first round. We're going to come into movements number 2. Now we're going to come onto the floor. We're going to focus now more on our chest. So you've seen us do floor presses before, so simply laying down on the floor. Dumbbells are stacked above our hands, neutral grip, and we're simply going to come down to our elbows hitting the floor. So what we simply call that floor press. So side on perspective, I'm simply here and I'm bringing the dumbbells down, and when I touch, I'm pressing back up. So I'm pressing them up from my sternum. I'm not necessarily bringing them all the way up to here, but I'm just simply getting the press. Elbows are coming in against the rib cages for that floor press. Movement number 2 is a little bit of a challenging one. We're going to use the kettlebell. We're going to do what's called a halo, but we're going to do this one seated. Now, this is not a chest exercise. This is going to destroy your shoulders, but I'm also using this more because I'm trying to focus a bit on building my core. So I'm sitting in the butterfly position, forcing me to sit upright. I'm going to take my kettlebell, and I get my kettlebell into my goblet position, and then my halo, simply as it sounds, I'm going to craft that halo around my shoulders back to the start. That's 1. Pulling this through. That's 2. So that is our halo, seated halo with the kettlebell. Movement 3 is it's what we call a declined push-up. So doing your push-ups, but in my case, over here, about 2 foot off the ground, I have a tire. My feet are simply higher. Therefore, it puts a lot of emphasis through my shoulders, my back, and my chest. And again, I'm coming down, up. I'm doing really, really slow tempo. 4 to 5 seconds down, 4 to 5 seconds up. A bit like that lift if it was stuck between floors. And then the final one that I'm going to do, again, I'm going to take my dumbbells and I'm going to do some dumbbell flies, but again on the floor. So what I'm going to do, again, I'm not using the heavy ones. I'm going to come to the lighter set of dumbbells. So I'm going to take them, make some space, and simply lay down on the floor. I'm going to start in an overhead position. In this case, I actually want my small of my back on the floor, so I'm tucking my feet up. Simply here, slightly soften the elbow. Going to come out to my flies, elbows touch, back up again. Again, once more, nice and wide, elbows touch, back up. Again, I'm not needing to use a heavy dumbbell for this. I'm not going to really open my chest. I'm not using a bench. I'm using the floor. It's more of a safety precaution, particularly as we may fatigue throughout this workout. So again, just to recap, part B is more chest and shoulders, floor press with the dumbbells, the seated halo to hit the core and the shoulders, the decline push-ups, and then the final one, the floor flies. That's the workout for today. 6 reps of everything. You're going to run each round for about 14 minutes. Take your time, take a 2-minute rest in between. That'll get you your 30 minutes, nice and slow and easy, but focus on range, focus on your form, your technique, what feels right for you. And as always, pick the weights that might provide you with a bit of a challenge. If you've got more at home, always be prepared to have a lighter set there. So when you do fatigue, you can go onto them and keep performing that workout. That's it, strength workout today. Again, a bit of a back one, followed by shoulder one, slow and controlled, not sweaty. Still not burning a huge amount of calories today, but we're still getting the work done. My name is Dom McStraw. This is the McStraw Method. This is our strength workout. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, want to know more, go to the bio, click on the link. You'll come and find out more about what our program's all about. Simply, we focus on athleticism and strength and a little bit of the mental resilience up here that ties into some events we have later on in the year. That's it, guys. Cheers.